car. Two men. One named Rich. That's me.
This is Jermaine. Just got off the toilet.
He's a foul man. This is the X's and O's of life.
Huh?
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Welcome back, everybody. Man, It seems like we ain't been on here for 700 years and 2 moons after that.
Yeah. Life has been a little hectic for both of us. We didn't even record football yesterday because I decided to throw up on myself. So that was good.
Oopsie daisies.
Oopsie doozles, absolutely.
I can't get it right.
It's fine. It's not even a real word. It's fine. You had something going on last Wednesday. It was something about, I don't know, gay sex or something. I don't know. I forget.
They said gay sex. What did I have last school?
You had a job thing that.
Oh yeah, the reviews and all of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just insane. I'm so glad that shit is fucking over. I mean,
you
I
even
haven't went
seem
over
like
them
you're in a better place.
Yeah, I haven't went over them with my agents, but they're all written and all set up. And my manager took a look at them, and I got a good feedback. And she was
Thank God.
"Damn, these reviews are amazing." And I'm like, I mean, it's funny from one job to the next. Like the job I did at said job was never enough. Like, fuck your reviews, you ain't do shit. Here, it's like, oh my God, we've never seen anything like it. I'm like, it's like that whole cliche of one man's trash is another man's treasure. It's like the shit I do with current company would be below the standard at said company. And it's like, okay, like, I don't know. I mean, it's like we talked about
really
football players
though,
that, were at a certain team and they weren't shit. Remember we talked about Christian Kirk. I hate to bring up football, but it's related. It's relatable. Remember we talked about Christian Kirk in Arizona. They treated him like he was the fifth receiver. And then he goes to Jacksonville and he's the number one. So it's two different stories, and that's kind of similar to the example I'm going through.
Pour one out for Kirk though. Core muscle surgery. Oof.
Yeah. Pour one out for Jacksonville, period. But let's not get into football, but hey, we got a draft idea.
Yeah, we do.
And then once we finish that, maybe we can go with the maybe we'll have 2 drafts since we've been so long. I remember I wrote down some shit that you said as far as draft idea.
Thank God you did.
One of them was iconic sports teams, but that's kind of sports related. And then one was holiday traditions. I don't know if you want to go into our draft and then, I don't know, keep it all holiday themed. Or?
I kind of feel like the draft we're going to do is almost going to bleed into the traditions a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Look, we both know how this is going to go. One of 2 things are going to happen. We're going to do the draft, and we're going to either come up with a topic after that, or we're just going to come up with a draft topic after that. So, fuck it, let's do it live.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I do want to kind of put out there, because I get it. We try to keep to our schedule. We both have 2 not conflicting, but 2 completely different work schedules. So, things are going to happen. I initially going into this, I was like, we got to do this, and every day. Look, we're people. We have lives. Things happen. So what my plan is on the days that, if we can't record due to XYZ, I'm going to upload an older episode. And
maybe an episode that needs to be revisited. I mean, it's relevant. It's one of those things where, how we talked about, certain music and favorite songs that stand the test of time. Like, just because it came out in the 80s don't mean you can't play it in 2023. It's still a good fucking song. So, I mean, there are certain episodes that, we might have recorded way back in
Right.
April. That is still relevant.
And-
I mean, I'm not saying that, the whole world has turned on its axis 50 fucking times, but
Right.
Certain things that maybe wasn't, or certain things might even be more, I want to say pressing or even more relevant in this week than it was in the summertime. You never know.
Well, and you know what? Even to piggyback off that, I mean, we could re-upload it and listen to it and be like, oh shit, like I got more to say about this, because we had quite a few episodes in the beginning where we're like, hey man, we should probably revisit this. So
yeah, or re-record, like almost like not re-record, but
like remaster it almost.
Yeah, like digitally, like especially the ones that were before we got on the video, the audio only ones. It's almost like we can listen to those and then like provide the visual feedback of those ones that we did, because we did quite a few audios before we decided to jump on this video version.
We really did, and it's still one of the dumbest things we didn't do from the get-go. Made no sense. It's like, hey, let's isolate ourselves. Let's just put ourselves on an island for no reason, and like we're using flip phones. Fucking dumb.
Yeah, we acted like we were back in the fucking 70s or some shit. Like there was no such thing as video or anything. I mean,
and we were still.
I didn't want to put this ugly mug on camera, but now I don't even give a shit. It's on camera all the time, and I even do Microsoft Team interviews on camera now.
Look at this guy.
Well, I mean, I have to do it for my job, and I'll be like, I pull down my glasses, and I'll be like, "Yep, get a look at this ugly motherfucker that's capturing your information."
Yes. Make sure you turn the light on and everything. But and it's funny because you think back, we weren't even doing video. Hey guys, could you pay us money?
That shit.
You know what? I may upload that. That may be the first
one. The evangelist one might be. I mean, just to see and listen to how desperate we sounded, that would be entertaining.
Now, that being said, if you'd like to donate, help us for Christmas.
We were talking, like I said, man, we asked for more than Disney Plus asked for. That is just baffles my mind.
and then we justified it in like a conversation on the pod. We're like, well, I mean, we spend our time and we provide entertainment. It's like, shut the fuck up. No one asked you to do this.
Oh man, we the fucking best train smoking in town. Yeah, we really did it. That was funny. Yeah, that's a funny one to revisit. I would like to hear that. Just play the audio and just talk over myself and almost cuss myself out as I'm talking. Like, shut the fuck up. As you doing it, like
just to see our uncomfortable faces. Like, oh god.
If you can go back in time and get a hold of who that person was and give them a fucking Three Stooges fucking slap across the face, you would.
Well, here's the problem. We are both Flavor Flav. Like we
couldn't hype each other up enough.
We did not have a Chuck D on our crew. We needed a Chuck D, and
nobody was there to calm us down. We just overhyped each other. Yeah.
Golly.
That was hilarious.
All right, well, let's start with the draft here, and this is one of your good ideas here, one of your few. So, yep. So, what are we bringing to the table here? What are we doing?
Well, holiday season. Everybody knows Christmas is right around the corner. We've pretty much tackled every other holiday. When I brought the idea to you, texted you said all holidays. I'm like, no, just these two. People try to, I guess, people try to separate Christmas and New Year's. I kind of lump them together because most of the time they're 7 days apart. They're on the same exact day. they're the same kind of holiday. It's this holiday season. When somebody says happy holidays around this time, you know they mean both days. You don't say, do you mean Merry Christmas and Happy New Year? You just say, oh, okay, that means.
Well, it has to be either right before Christmas, because it can't be too far away from Thanksgiving, because then that gets lumped in together. That's actually what I was referring to when you said.
Okay, yeah. But see, we already covered Thanksgiving as its own separate entity. That's why I didn't want to lump it in. If we hadn't talked about Thanksgiving or had a whole X's dedicated to, the Thanksgiving dinner, then I would say, I would lump it in. But we've already separated that individually. So.
Right. And we're not doing a Christmas dinner draft either, because it's the same fucking stuff.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
So my idea was, normally in a draft we go 5 picks, but I want to go 3 and 3. So it's going to be 6 total.
Well, 12 total.
How could it be 12?
It would be the. I thought you wanted to do 3 good, 3 bad each.
Oh, 12 total of us collectively. Yeah. I thought you meant 12 a person. I'm like, what? I ain't going through no 24 hours.
Golly, no. Okay.
So, 12 total. So, 3 things that you love the most about the holiday season, or 3 things that you enjoy, or even 3 things that you find interesting about the holiday season, and then 3 things that you dread about the holiday season coming up. And like I said, it's Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving. Christmas and New Year's included. So 3 things that you enjoy, or like I said, you can even find interesting, or 3 things that you dread as they come. Yeah. And you can't wait till it's over.
I like it. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be another little insightful thing for the viewership to kind of see who we are as people, which I always love to do. Like, I always find like that's a super cool thing to let people in, whether it be intentional or unintentional. Well, your choice. You lead off, man. Are we doing? And obviously there will be overlap, so it's not going to be a conventional draft where. Yeah. So do you want to start off with you do the good, and then I do good, then you do good, I do good, and then we go into bad, or you want to do good, bad, good, bad? How do you want to do it?
I want to go good, bad.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right, fella. All right. Lead in.
We sports guys. Good thing about the holidays is, tons and tons of football to me. College, not really a big fan, but if I was to really watch any college games now, around this time, from, I want to say, a week before Christmas, leading up to maybe a week or 2 after Christmas, these are the best. This is the creme de la creme, or whatever you want to call it, whatever derivative of the best play each other in college. Yes. And on top of that, the NFL creates special days outside of your normal Sunday and Monday to broadcast you games. So I get excited around the holiday season because it's kind of you're coming almost towards the finality of the NFL season. Well, pretty much the finality completely of the fantasy season, going into the finality, leading into the finality of the real NFL season, the creme de la creme of the college world. And it's a good time to be watching TV. Yeah. Really enjoy it. Almost every day from, I want to say, from December 20th to January maybe 15th, you can probably find a game or 2 on every day.
Yeah, that's actually real true. Because there's about 473 bowl games, so yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
the Family Dollar or the no,
the plastic bag, the plastic
Aldi
bag.
Shasta Bowl.
Yeah. Yes.
So you be like, what? The Shasta Bowl.
Well, yeah. They got the giant eagle red grape bowl. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, they got they got every sponsor you can think of bowl. So that's funny how it started. The college world, it used to be like 5 bowls that were huge, like the Cotton Bowl, the Sugar Bowl. Now it's like any goddamn bowl.
You see a commercial, Rose Bowl, sponsored by plastic bags.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Color me intrigued. All right.
So, sports fetish, holiday time, tons of football.
Yeah.
And on top of that, even on Christmas Day, if you're an NBA fan, they pepper in NBA games, and it's just good to be a sports fan around this time.
And that's actually the biggest reason why I asked you if we were talking about the big 3 or just these two. Because I was going to say, football on Thanksgiving. There you go. Number 1. Bye. Next. So, all right. So, I'm going to go my number 1, and it's like sappy and terrible and whatever, and fuck you. It's my, So, I don't like getting gifts. It's weird for me. I don't know why. Maybe I was like touched by a gift as a kid. I don't fucking know. But it's never been. It's like mildly uncomfortable. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. So what really gets my dick hard is giving gifts. I love it. It is like crack to me.
Do you enjoy giving? Because I'll definitely not get you a gift. I'm just saying. No, I'm saying you really enjoy giving out a gift, but not receiving a gift.
Yeah, because I think it's. I don't know if
you're a true man.
Yeah.
We hand out gifts. We don't want to take it.
it's just a weird thing. Like because I don't ever know how to react. Like I don't have like that organic.
So you don't. So you trying to say that you don't know how to say, like you don't know how to like fake like it's a good like. Put it this way: do you got a bad poker face when you get a shitty gift? Like, does it show? Like your face is like.
No, I mean there have been times where I'm like, "Fuck is this?"
But you can't do that in front of the person. I mean, like you gotta act like you really gonna use it. Like, oh yeah, this is great.
Oops.
Like,
so I will tell you this:
is it just Christmas, or like what about the birthday? Like when you get the gift for your birthday, like do you feel the same way, almost the same awkwardness?
Yeah, I will say this: Tiff is synonymous with giving god awful gifts. She's fucking terrible at it. She has recently gotten better, but generally speaking, it's been a shit show. But it's just I've always been that way where I'm just like I don't get like even if it's something that I really really need or want, I get more joy out of seeing somebody else open something that I got them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a good person and you're a shitty person. I don't know. It's fun.
Maybe it is.
But
because I've been involved in plenty of over the years gift grabs and families and stuff. And when you put in the work to get someone a good gift and then they return it with a shitty gift, that doesn't feel good to me. It does not. Like when I'm sitting up there like, man, I just got you something that, you can use. It had to be at least $30, $40. And you got me something that was like a pair of socks.
I got you a pen.
Yes.
and you look at it, it says PNC
Compass.
You look at it, it says PNC Bank. It's like, motherfucker, did you take this from the bank?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been times at said job. I had different managers that gave out gifts to the other supervisors, and some managers it was like, hey, you had a little gift bag, and it was a bunch of bullshit. Or you had good gifts where I still got a like a little blanket that says Steelers on it that I got from my last manager before I left. Like that's probably one of the only one shining moment. That's probably one of the only shining moments between me and her in our entire working was damn, that was a good ass gift. I mean, but hey.
Speaking of that, I've been kind of trying to, sniff up that tree to kind of figure out, hey, what are y'all doing for us for Christmas? And no one has an answer yet. And I'm just kind of thinking like, y'all are gonna send us a fucking mug, aren't you?
Yeah. I remember when I first got the said job, the gifts from the company to each individual employee were fucking awesome. And then we would have like a Christmas party that everybody joined, and we would go there. And I think the reason why I stopped is because people got out of hand. People would go there, and motherfuckers would have an open bar. People got drunk. And
I know one person that did that.
And people were seen at the hotel, and they such and such was fucking such and such. It became a fucking. I want to say the first maybe 4 years that I was there, the Christmas party was like a fucking shit show. That it was like a gossip. It was like. What's a gossip show now? Like I don't know. It was like
a frat party, man. It was a frat party. That's what it was.
It like it had turned into Jersey Shore out that motherfucker. Oh, every year it was like, who's gonna end up fucking who at the Christmas party? It was crazy. My. Yeah, but the gifts were awesome. Like you would be at the Christmas party and they would announce. They would draw names out of a hat, and some of the gifts were plane tickets and TVs and $600, just a flat out check for $600. Of course, it's heavily taxed. By the time you see it, it's $340. But still, it's $340 you didn't have. But and then it went from that to fucking when one company ate up company you work for somehow acquired this company. We got 2 fucking DVDs. It went from this awesome Christmas party with these awesome gifts to 2 fucking old DVDs. I'm talking like DVDs that had already ran through the theaters,
the Nutty Professor and shit.
Through the digital I mean, these were like the oldest of the oldest DVDs.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. No, like what was the movie with Jim Carrey where he was Bruce Almighty? Because I remember that was one of them. I was like, this movie is so goddamn old. And then, like you said, it went from that to like a mug, and then it got all the way down to just a card. And it was just like with no money.
Well, I told you what they sent me for my 5-year anniversary, right? They sent me a mug with the logo and some mints.
That's another thing I said, Job. There was a 5-year anniversary, a 10-year anniversary, and 5th. You would, because you eclipsed your whatever, milestone, you were sent a link. And with this link, you had a whole catalog of shit to pick from. I still to this day have a deep fryer that was picked on this catalog. It's not with me now. It's at my ex's, and it still uses it. It is still valuable. Like to go from that to a cup with mints in it.
Listen, I lost my shit. Like
thanks for 5 years of service. Your breath stink on top of that. Have a mint, bitch.
And the worst part is the mints were the things that they would give you when they had the little open houses in.
You ain't talking about the real peppermints. You talk about those ones that like dissolve in your mouth, like those
those little white dips,
ones. Oh, yeah, I'm like insult.
And I'm like, y'all just gave me the same thing that you would hand out to everybody when you did the little open houses for the, I'm like, Okay.
Thanks for 5 years of your service. That is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I will tell you, I've never been that close to quitting on the spot than I was there.
The thing that gets me about this whole shit is, as far as being cheap as you fucking can with outsourcers and all that, is the company makes billions.
Thank you.
Billions. I'm talking about never took a hit. Even during COVID, motherfuckers actually probably increased profit during COVID because motherfuckers was in the house watching the fucking services. Yep. So for a company that's making billions, then for them to fucking shit like the poop tax on their employees, that is insane to me.
All right, well, let's continue before I kill myself.
You like, hurry up! I got a suicide at 11.
Yeah, I gotta write my note and shit. Jesus Christ, come on. All right. So,
okay.
What's your worst?
I hate to sound like I am the reverse Scrooge when it comes to Christmas. And the reason being, I am not financially and almost have never been financially in a position to truly enjoy it. Like, you know how Scrooge was bah humbug and he was rich as hell. He just chose to ignore or despise the Christmas season. I'm a bah humbug of, I don't have the money to do this shit. I never do. I'm never prepared for it. It's one of those things where when I was younger, just the enunciation of the word, just the phrases have changed. By having kids, it went from, oh my God, here comes Christmas, to this is how it goes now. Oh my God, here comes Christmas. I mean, it has changed. Just that same phrase, but it's pretty much, like I said, enunciated differently. It's, to me, it is. Now, if I was financially stable, I would probably really enjoy it. But when I hear it and it's coming, it just means money I don't have. It's almost like, and then your kids, you can't tell them that. It's almost like you got to reprove your love for them for this one holiday out of the year, as if you didn't love them the other 364 days of it. It's like, damn, I got to prove to you that I love you again? Or like, it's, I can't wait until it's over, because it's like, okay, here's money I do not have. I have a hard enough time living life and surviving off the regular checks that I get, let alone some fabricated money grab holiday that tells me I gotta spend more. It's almost like, okay, so suppose you got a car note every month, and you have a hard time paying this car note every month. And then here comes another month where it was like, guess what? It's 2 car notes and everybody's happy. And it's like, how the fuck am I gonna produce this? Like, how can I pay 2 car notes and I can barely pay 1? Like, it like I said, I'm a reverse Scrooge Grinch. I don't reflect that, or I don't let anyone, like, I don't go around saying, oh, forget Christmas or anything like that. It's just, it is not a favorable time for me. It just means trying to scrap and muster up money I do not have. And you say every year, man, I'm not going through this shit again. I'm going to start planning at the beginning of the year. But
nope.
When do you get extra money in your check to start buying gifts in June and July to be prepared for this time right now? Doesn't happen. Because once you find or pay off something in your expenses, guess what? That extra money gets found a way to get expended in a different asset or in a different avenue. So you never have no extra money. So to me, man, like I said, I'm a reverse Scrooge, reverse Grinch, where if I had the money and I was financially stable, I would probably enjoy the season. But I look at it as, and on top of that, as you know, me and you discussed before, I never got gifts. I haven't got gifts since I had kids, you know. And you know, gave me a gift last year, and you're trying to restore the roar of the season, but it's always been a dreadful season to me. It's always been, oh my God. Especially, I'm so glad my kids are older now, where you know I can just, you know, give my son a video game, and then you know my daughter, you know, a chain or something, or a goofy outfit or something like that. But when they were kids, holy fuck! It was like, here comes Christmas. What am I gonna fucking do? It was panic.
So spoiler alert, we may be coming back to that at some point when I have a pick. Just saying. But I have something I despise more than the thing I didn't mention right there. Christmas music. Go fuck yourself.
Oh man, you could work where I work now, because I work right down there in Market Square, and that's all you hear from the top of the block to the end of the block is, and it's because it's a Hard Rock Cafe right there. There's the Buco de Beppo right there. There's a Texas de Brazil, and there's a Joe's Crab Shack back there, and they're blasting this shit over their intercoms, and that's all you hear is, and they got trees up everywhere. It's just insane, yo. And they put that shit up like before Thanksgiving even hit.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I actually had to institute a rule with Tiff. I was like, okay, here's what you can do, and here's what you can't do. You are not allowed to play any Christmas music before Halloween. You are
never a fan of the Christmas music. I mean, like back when I was a child, my mom used to my mom used to be director of the youth choir, and she, of course, me and my brother, we were voluntold that we had to be in this choir. So, and we would go around the neighborhood and do the caroling and stuff, and we would do the carols for the church and everything, and that was probably the most involved I ever was with it. But have I ever enjoyed any of the music, or you know, the Frosty the Snowmans and the Rudolphs and all? No. I mean, I think the most interesting song is that crazy shit that Maliki Make is a wise way to say Merry Christmas to you or some shit. That sounds crazy because I never really grew up with that song, so that's definitely like some type of different. I don't even think you know what I'm talking about because your face.
No fucking clue. I'm like, okay.
You never heard that song or something. I'm probably saying it wrong. It's like Malikiliki Make is a wise way to say Merry Christmas to you or some shit like that. Look it up.
That I'm not going to, but
I might be saying it different. I probably am saying it different. So I don't know. But yeah, I've never been a fan of the caroling and the songs. And
it's a mix of oversaturation and just repetitiveness, like, and then the remakes of the remakes and the remakes and the.
That's what I'm about to say. I mean, I done heard some, you know, some ones with some black artists in them and shit, like Boyz II Men or Chris Brown. I mean, some of them got a little catchy jingle, but I ain't never at any setting said, "Hey man, throw that on." You know, I never. If it came on, I could. There's a level of tolerance that I can deal with, but I've never requested it or anything like that.
I can deal with a half a day. After that, I'm like, I'm fucking out. Stop. And I know that probably makes me come off as some kind of way, but I don't give a shit. Fuck you guys.
I mean, that just goes along with the fabrication of the over, like you said, the oversaturation and the overdoing it with the gifts and everything. Like, you lose sight of what the real meaning supposedly was, you know, which was, you know, the birth of Christ. But everyone shoves that to the side, and it's all about some fabricated white man that comes down a chimney in the projects that has no chimney and hands out gifts. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I just I could do without it. I could absolutely do without it, but it also makes the wife insanely happy, which also makes me upset because I don't like seeing her happy. Because fuck that bitch.
Seeing her happy.
No, it's just so much, man. Like you become numb to it. It's just like background music, and you just feel yourself like. Like you have like these twitches.
Christmas zombie, I'm like, yeah.
Right. Like you need to watch the video to understand what just happened. That wasn't just like me like choking on like, whatever.
Mucus.
Yeah. But I'm like you hear it and like your eye starts twitching and shit. You're like, someone's gonna die.
This very broadcast, I never really thought about it as far as like how much I probably dislike it till just now. Now I'm like, yeah, like I said, I've never requested like. It's not
here's my
like
problem.
nails on a chalkboard. It doesn't. It's not like it screeches and hurts my ears, but like you said, I can go without it. I don't need it. I've never requested it.
Here's my biggest problem. It has the complete inverse effect. It puts me in actually a bad mood. It irritates me. It's grating to me.
Shit. Yeah, I don't think it's ever gotten that far with me, unless
Because I'm just like, this fucking thing again. Fucking again? Okay. Like, fuck you, fuck Frosty, fuck Rudolph, fuck all you cunts. I'm done. Where's my flamethrower? So, Grinch, whatever you want to call it. But,
you want to pistol whip Rudolph?
Oh, I will. Listen, I could go do that and I can save myself a shipment from the country pet people because I got deer right there. There we go. Pup, you eat them. There you go.
Oh, shit.
Yep. All right. Go ahead. Let's go be fucking happy here. What's your number 2? Christmas fucking season. Be happy.
Well, out of the same vein of...
She'll say Christmas music and I'll fucking cut this damn
podcast off. Out of the same vein of why I hate it as an adult. Well, not hate it, but why I dislike it so much as an adult and not having the finances. The finished product, so to speak, is like,
okay.
As a child, I loved it because you got gifts. And then as you got older, I loved to watch my children open up the gifts. And we would record little video. I still got like little videos on my phone of, my son is 16 now and my daughter is 24. And, I still got the videos when they were really young, ripping open the gifts. And there's something about a joy of, like I said, the finished product. Once you finally do all the sacrificing and, hey, this is it. This is all we can get, just them being happy. And I asked them several times throughout the day, like, you get what you wanted? You're enjoying this? And it's there's a happiness like no other. So the reward that you finally get from after all of the sacrificing and all of the ho-hums and the and then the day comes and then they actually open up the gifts, it's a joy like no other.
Nice pick, you pansy. That's good. No, that's a nice one. Because I mean, it makes sense because you climb that mountain, you finally get to the peak, and you're like, okay, these are the fruits of my labor.
It's like you're fruits of labor, or you're being rewarded for the hard work that you put in, so on and so forth. And that's not really even Christmas related. That's just life period. Even at work or anything you do, you put in a lot of work, and you finally see the fruits of that labor. It's a rewarding feeling.
Right, like when you're recording a podcast and people donate to your Patreon.
Dang, he bringing it back. He getting nostalgic, y'all. He gonna be on the street Being on the south side, begging for Patreon contribution.
Give me an amen. All right, so my number 2 happy thing, and it's real simple, but you know, anyone that knows me, I'm all about kind of the simplicity of things. So, the Christmas lights, they're pretty. I like them, especially when it snows. Like the 4 days a year it does that here. And
like when you see people's houses like overly decorated, do you stop and get out and all of that, and or take a good look at it? Like, dang,
no.
Like, do you appreciate all the work? Like,
no.
I look at some houses, I'm like, man, it took them a long time to do that.
No, because here's how I look at it. I'm like, you are so fucking annoying to everybody around you. Everybody hates you. Stop it.
So there is a point that they can go overboard. You only want them to go for a certain point. And
well,
then,
because you think about it, like you're literally a fucking nightlight. You've turned into a nightlight, and you're the same cocksuckers that probably keep your shit on all night. And you've illuminated the street, and you got Nancy and Drew over in the other room. They're like, I can't even go to sleep. I'm trying to fuck her in the ass and go to bed, and I can't see because you got this giant fucking 27-foot Santa fucking illuminating out here. No, get out of here. No.
Well, in the years before the blow up dolls and all of this crazy shit that's fucking 9 stories high.
Blow up dolls. That's a whole different thing there, bro.
Well, not blow up dolls, but you know what I'm talking about. The blow up, like whatever.
Hold on, I'm gonna write this down for a gift idea for you. All right, continue. That's more than a Freudian slip.
I'm just saying, today's world, they got these, you know, big, humongous Santas and Grinches and shit that people spend and blow up. But in Aliquippa, there was this one house where I can tell it took them months, and I mean months, to decorate this house. I mean, to the point where the local newspaper out there even reported a story on the house. It was like the most lit up house in the area. It might have been in the county. Fuck, you know, just Aliquippa, but they put in a lot of work. I mean, it was a huge house, and they had the lights all the way down the driveway, and it was like their light bill had to be through the fucking roof. You know, back
and that's where my head goes. I go to like dad brain, or I'm like, oh, like you start getting like heart palpitations, like, oh my god, the fucking electric bill, holy shit, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like you said, they left it on all night. Like
if you got that, then you're just a walking fire hazard. I mean, honest to God, like I don't know. I don't appreciate the excessiveness of those people unless you have land. If you have land, you have a farm or something like that. You have a farmhouse, like that big ranch house or whatever. Okay, cool. That makes sense. But if you're driving through my fucking like neighborhood here and you have this house that literally looks like a goddamn like you look like a bag of sprinkles, like it just doesn't need to be a thing. I get it. Be in the spirit, have fun, yada yada. But this is not a dick measuring contest. Like you don't need to do that because you need to be aware. Like other people, you're in suburbia. Like other people's houses are right next to you. Like all those lights are shining into their place. They don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's purely a dick measuring contest. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, everybody should be able to have a little bit of lights, but when I only got a little bit of lights and you're sitting over here with the headlights that go into, remember we talked about those headlights in those trucks where they go overboard with the halogen and all of that? Like, I want, to just show my little bit of spirit, but you're making me look silly because you went overboard. Yeah. So it's like being an asshole.
It just looks silly. I mean, when you come over here, you already saw kind of the things we got. We got the little inflatable pug on the porch. It's like a little 3.
Yeah. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
That's the blow up doll.
It's a blow up dog.
It's called inflatable.
Yeah.
I'm calling it a blow up doll.
I'm sure you do. Make sure I don't leave you alone with the fucking blow up pug out there. You may get some Vietnam flashbacks.
I'll be just like one of them dogs.
But yeah, we got the porch kind of we got like the single thing of lights around the porch, and we had these little icicle lights at dangled down. And that's it. It's fine. But yeah, I love the lights. I mean, I remember like one of my most favorite memories of growing up with my grandparents was we would just drive around. We'd drive around West Mifflin, fucking looking at lights. I don't know. It's one of those simple little pleasures, and maybe it's like something, an extension from my childhood or whatever. But I don't know. Always been a fan of it. I like the whole decorating part of it. Yeah. So, all right, let's get back into hate.
Oh, are we on the second hate or the third hate?
This is the second hate.
Second hate. Okay.
It's a weird sentence to say. It's a weird sentence.
I mean, like I said, everything is geared towards finances, and then you said the music. I'm trying to think. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the overboardness of the stores, like the retail outlets, and it's
okay.
Like the Family Dollars, and putting shit up before Thanksgiving even dropped. Like it's just a big money grab aspect. The marketing of it is just ridiculous. Like it disgusts me. It's like,
and I think I know why too, because you already mentioned it. Because it I mean, it's a terrible word to use here, but it rapes away the actual meaning of the holiday. Yeah, like it is such a consumerism kind of way to think about it that you lose.
I mean, like, it starts before Black Friday even hits. It's like your Black Friday was invented out of getting ready for this shit. Like it's like, and you can hear the disgust in my voice. I'm calling it this shit. I shouldn't be talking about the birth or celebrating the birth of Christ in the same sense with shit. It shouldn't be, but the American public has took it here, has brought it here to the point where it's like, oh my God, y'all really doing this shit already? And like, you know, the next holiday, guaranteed. Soon as the motherfucking Christmas is over, guess what's going up after that? Valentine's Day shit. Yep. It's like they it's a big money grab, and the sooner and they start, the more disgusted I get. And it's like they are preparing, and like I said, the true meaning is gone, and just the big marketing aspect, just seeing a wreath and a tree, and it just it's borderline disgusting, man. And like I said, it just triggers. It's like Pavlov's dogs and shit. You hear the bell and then the saliva. I see the tree and I see the wreaths and I trigger, oh, fuck, here comes Christmas. It's like, it just reminds me of money I do not have that I'm getting ready to get prepared to spend. It's like, and they kind of go hand in hand. So, yeah. Just the marketing, the overblown marketing aspect of it is fucking ridiculous, like no other holiday in this country.
I mean, I hate to say though, but it's a self-inflicted wound though. Like it's because of us that it does that. I need it now.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I've never heard or was expecting Christmas, and I'm saying, wow, that's gonna be really nice. We're gonna celebrate the birth of Christ. It's gone. Like I only know about that part because of my childhood and growing up in the religious aspects of the church. I know there's some of the underlying meaning of it, but I don't even know if I had sat down and had this conversation with my son, but I don't even know if my son even knows about the religious aspect of it. You know, that's probably my fault for not really even, sitting him down.
He has to have come across
that. I mean, I'm pretty sure. At some point.
But you having that personalized conversation, yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's sad, man, and I get it, and I hate to like put the onus on us as people, but it's kind of the same idea where at said job when people would say, "Oh man, I hate to bother you on the holiday." Well, motherfucker, you're the reason we have to be here on the holiday because you dumb motherfuckers call. Like,
yeah.
I mean, don't say sorry, just don't fucking do it. Like,
I know that's what cracks me up. I had got to a point at said job that I couldn't even eat in the cafeteria because this is how the conversation would start. I know you're on lunch, but, and whatever they say before the but, they're gonna do after the fucking but. It's like, I hate to bother you on your lunch, but can I talk to you about this account? And I'm like,
no.
Don't you fucking see me eating? Do I get a fucking break? So it got to a point where at said job, I want to say the last 5 years of being there,
I knew exactly where you went.
I was going right upstairs, heating my shit up in that microwave and eating in one of them conference rooms just to avoid the fucking traffic and the attention.
Yep.
Insane. So that's why, like you said, when the customers call and say, I wouldn't bother y'all, but you are bothering us. Like, what the fuck?
It's literally the same person. It's like, hey, look, I'm not racist, but and you know the most racist shit's gonna come out of their mouth. It's like
the fact that you have to start off telling me you're not racist speaks for itself.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep the hate train flowing here.
Hate, Chappelle reference. Hate.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was gonna sneak it in. I love it.
We gotta get it in every time. It's mandatory.
It really, and I don't even know how it started. I think it was completely accidental. Now it's just like, what are you gonna do? All right. So mine kind of, plays around with yours a little bit. That sounded pretty fucking gay. All right.
I really did. I didn't even think it would tell you. I was like, oh shit, mine plays around with yours. Okay.
Yeah. Well, sometimes a motherfucker got a sword.
Oh shit.
That's how you know you're true friends. All right. It really is like the stress and the like. As much as I love giving the gifts,
searching for the right one.
No, that part's fine. That's like a fucking puzzle. That's the cool part.
Okay.
But getting everything on the list, doing all the other things, spending all the money, figuring out what you're going to do after you spend this money, how you're going to recoup that money back to be back on where you need to be at. It's not enjoyable, and I get it because, well, if you don't like it, don't do it. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I would like to not do it, but I can't. It just is what it is, and there are certain people that I prefer to do it for, and some other ones where I'm like, get AIDS. There you go. If I can give you AIDS, I'll give you AIDS. How about that? But
I just think that my whole perspective of the whole thing would change if I was wealthy. I mean, it would be maybe a sought after holiday. Like, and you're talking just being, recuperating and recovering.
That's really more what it is. Like, because I'm very much a ahead of the pack thinker.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure I'm going to be okay. And sometimes that causes stress. Like this year, it sucks because I manage money very, very poorly this year, along with inflation being there. So poor money management plus things costing more. If things didn't cost as much as they did, my mishaps would not be that big of a deal. But you're kind of getting like a double whammy there. But it's just I guess really it could be for buying anything, but just on the mass scale you have to buy. It's just I don't know. It's just after you get your dopamine fix from okay, I see everything, then immediately like the 26th, you're like, fuck, rent's due in like 6 days.
I mean, can you imagine if this holiday happened twice a year? People would never get ahead. Like, if suppose in June you had to celebrate some big holiday and buy for everybody. By the time you get out of all of that debt and you finally catch back up, bang, here's another one. You're like, you would never get ahead. Like,
you know what they should do would make the most sense? Have have tax day December 1st. Fuck April. Do December 1st because you're all about stimulating the
everybody's
economy.
Christmas would be a lot more merrier if they can get their taxes done right before the holidays hit.
And you're stimulating the economy. So you're putting the money that you just got back right back into the bitch.
You would all your retailers would recoup all that money. Yeah. Like another Chappelle reference. Thank God for all these black people that's giving us this money back. So if they gave reparations, it would pump it right back into the economy. Same concept.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? I mean, because who the fuck needs? I mean, you can always need money, but who the fuck needs money like April,
February, March,
April? Like, who the fuck is clamoring for that? I don't know.
Well, that's almost the inverse of Christmas for a lot of people, especially those people that those chicks that lay on their back and have 900 kids.
Yeah.
The inverse of Christmas is tax time. Like it's their Christmas. It's like, oh my God, I can't wait till this time to get that tax check back.
And you know what? I can't. But I did think about this though. Like people like us now, where this fucking rich twat upstairs had to get a real good job
where you owe money and shit.
Right. Like I'm just like, wait, hold on. Yeah, so if we did it in December, it would be shitty. Like it's like, hey, pay your taxes plus buy people stuff. Okay. Thanks, Uncle Sam.
Your kids will have W-2s under the tree. Like
fucking right.
Guess what your gift is? That W-2 that we had to pay taxes with.
You know what their gifts would be, like a job application, like.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
But I will say the cool thing about and we'll go back to your next one here. The kids don't really want anything this year, which is good, because 18 and 14, I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Like,
I mean, I don't know about my kids as far as I'm gonna let them know. I mean, my circumstances changed. I don't have the money. I'm trying to survive. So, pretty sure they said I'm trying to scrape something for my son, but because he's still under 18. But my daughter, fuck, you're 20. You're a grown ass woman. Welcome to the grown ass motherfucking world. So it's time to grow up.
What are your thoughts on the kids getting the parents something? Because I'm looking at Will, I'm kind of like, you better get your mother something, or I'm gonna break your fucking knee.
Well, I know that growing up in our household as young and poor, my dad did, kind of, he didn't like mandate it, but he insinuated it, almost voluntold that we all come together and get something for my mom.
Okay.
He didn't really want shit, even though we got him some stuff, here and there, but mainly for your mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of instilled the same thing in my kids, but they almost never had anything. So I would, chime in or grab a gift and then tell them to say it's from them to her, That won't be happening this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, because I'm kind of like, yo, you have money. So, because I helped him out last year. I kind of like went on Amazon with him and helped him choose. And I was like, I'll buy it, but motherfuckers, you both are giving me money to do this. I'm not doing this for you. You have money. I'm not sorry. I'm just hoping that they have the wherewithal to, like, I don't know. I hate to be a dick, but like, don't be a dickhead. Like, don't like.
You said I hate to be a dick, but don't be a dickhead.
Like, I don't even have another way to put it. Like, I have so many words I want to say, but I'm like, they're too mean. But I'm like, I'm very protective over Tiffany. Very, very. I don't, and it's not like I'm overbearing or anything like that. I'm just very like, if anything inconveniences her, I'm ready to choke a bitch. Not her, just said bitch of a situation.
Choke a bitch. Yeah.
So knowing that they haven't done anything yet, literally makes me want to murder the kids. That is not a healthy way to live life. But I'm like, from all the money we spent on you little fucking people,
yeah,
you can't take 12 and a
almost
half
like
minutes out of your life to fucking look at Amazon and figure
return
out
the
something.
favor of,
Right.
return the favor of your life of, I provide Christmas to you every fucking day. You can return, you can reciprocate one time.
Right. Like, be a fucking people. Or I swear to Christ, I will change the fucking locks. All right, now that I'm all angry, go be happy. Let's go.
You committed suicide and you killed some people, all in your examples.
Merry fucking Christmas.
That might be the title of the show. Merry fucking Christmas.
I'm a passionate dude, man. Like, and the folks should know that by now. But like, I don't know. I get riled up and I get all, what makes me me. God damn it.
All right. Last like, and we've been just doing Christmas. I told you it includes New Year's.
Yeah, but
so. I mean, I like just the fact that it's a new year. I mean, like, well, first of all, New Year's Eve used to be a big thing when I was, younger. When you were younger, it was about the fucking party, and everybody knew that they would stand out into the tweet, and the tweet mean the birds and chirping in the morning and shit. So that was always a fun thing until you got older and you no longer go out. But just going to any of those parties, or somebody had a Christmas Eve party, and a couple of, like, it went from, like, as I got older, the crowd got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So when I was a young pup in teenage years going into, pre-25 years, it was the bigger the party, the crazier, the drunker you can get, the better. And then as you get older and you get kids, then it becomes a smaller party with just a few couples. Then it got down to the point where it was like me, my ex, and my boy Philly that you met, and his girlfriend. And it had got to that point where that was the party. We got together, whipped up some type of concoction alcohol punch, and we drunk our beers and got it in, and you watched the ball drop, and you put some money in your hand, and you say Happy New Year, and just the start of a new year. I mean, just always, especially for me, this new year, I'm going to be relishing it because I want to do away with 2003 so bad that I want to flip into the new year. So every year is just, a new chapter, so to speak. All it is a change of the calendar day, but for some reason your mind tells you
the mental thing, man.
It's a reset. Like if you were playing PlayStation and you're losing in Madden by 21, you can hit the reset button and start the game over. So, what happened?
Good.
Oh, you gotta go. Oh God. No.
Yeah, so it's funny because and it's kind of shitty actually. You think about it. Christmas lost its meaning, but New Year's always has the same meaning. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah, nobody misinterprets it. And another thing that cracks me up about it, and I said, remember in the beginning, I said, not only do you like it, but you find it interesting. Being that I work out at the gym, it's hilarious. The gym after New Year's for the first 2 weeks is jam fucking packed. You can't get a machine to save your life. And each visit to the gym after that dwindles. Next thing you know, you're the only person in there by the end of January. All these New Year resolutions, if everybody's going to do all this shit, nope. Lasts about 2 weeks, and it's over. So, yeah, just the flip of a new year, I mean, it just kind of signifies that, almost like I said, Like for me, I'm playing Madden. I'm down 35 to fucking 10. I definitely need to reset this game. I'm not coming back.
Oh yeah, and it's funny. Like I thought of like so many years, actually more recently than anything, where I don't even think I stayed up for New Year's. I don't think I drank anything. I was just like, if people are being loud, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Yeah,
Become like that. But that's what it's. I'm
because where you
fucking.
live, you're good. You're in suburbia, but where I live and where I've been living, it's another July 4th. Everybody's shooting their guns off and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else can I like? 'Cause I'm so filled with hate that
All your examples are hate. Well,
top
last
10
thing you
reasons
like,
why
you
I
like
hate
the
living.
giving the gifts, the lights, anything about New Year's that you like, or that or I already explained it, or
Um, no. Oh. Okay.
you sound like somebody touched you on the back in a certain spot. You're like, ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. That feels like my uncle. Um,
I'm not going anywhere to
no, he already went there. All right.
that.
Uh,
I shouldn't
so
be laughing at that.
yeah, it's not funny. It never happened, but
Yeah,
it's still
I know.
it's still it's still funny.
Yeah.
Um, kind of an off the beaten path one, but getting your vacation time re-upped.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
See
is
now,
great from
now who's getting touched?
we fucking that company. That's what we doing.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
A replenish of the vacation time. That is great.
right. And just knowing that it's there, because I will say one thing about said company, they do give a shit ton of time.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Like
More than
I
any
think
company I've ever been at, but I haven't been at a lot of companies. I mean, I was at said job for 15 fucking years.
I think I have like something like with all of the time included, it's like 5 or 6 weeks. It's a
That
lot of
is a
fucking
good
time.
one. That is a good one. I did not think of.
Yeah, because it's like you that I guess that is your looking forward to the new year. You're like, okay, I can then plan out what I'm going to do this year. You're planning your vacations, getting your birthday off, doing all that other whatever. I just feel like that is a nice thing to look forward to. Like that's almost like your reward. That's my reward for the sacrifice you put in.
So
So
not only a reset from a life standpoint, but even from an occupational standpoint, it's a reset. Yeah,
so
good
little
one.
little little off the beaten path, but yeah.
Good one.
All right,
All right.
let's get back to my favorite. Hate.
My last haters ball. My last has to do with just the timing of when it happens, and it's pretty much a two-pronged sword.
Okay.
So I'm almost kind of sneaking in an honorable mention.
Fair.
But they happen around the same time. Remember, I told you I work in management.
Yep.
So the year in review that I just went through, it's pretty much, I mean, this said job I'm at now, we had to do it, I guess, at the end of, November. But at the previous job, it was like mid-December, got to get it at the end of the year. So just this time signifies that saying, how before it was like, oh, here comes Christmas. It would be, oh my God, here come these reviews. So that would be specific to me or to
Okay.
someone in management where, holy shit, I've been bullshitting all year. Now it's time to write these goddamn reviews, and it's gonna take for fucking ever. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take effort. It's gonna take motherfucking a bunch of drinking, bunch of smoking, and all of that shit to get done. So that aspect of it, and then another aspect is, remember I told you it's the conclusion or the finality of the fantasy football season. If you are the person or the commish, or not even the commish, or you're the person that collects the money, like in Andrew's league, I'm the person that collects the money. So throughout the year, if I don't touch that money, it's all good. But if I borrow anything from that money, or I gotta, it's time to pay it out. So that becomes another challenge. It's like, okay, I did borrow a couple $100 out of that thing. Now it's time to pay it out. And it usually happens right around Christmas or even the week after Christmas.
Mhm.
So those are two timing things that I don't necessarily enjoy every year. The reviews and then just paying out the fantasy money that, you know, I might have been pinching at or something like that.
I mean, look, I'm not going to not say that.
Yeah, I mean,
haven't done that.
You'd be a liar if you sat there and said that you sat that money to the side and you didn't touch it. Like, you might touch it one week and then replenish it right back with the next check. You know, I mean, it's, you know,
I've done that about 4 times this year, by the way.
Man, I've done it all fucking year this year with
But,
Andrew's league, but at the same time, come time to pay out, I'm gonna be ready to pay it out.
Oh yeah, and that's because it's a nice perk of being the commish, because you're like, okay, these people trust me. I'm not gonna not pay out. You know, I'm always gonna have.
I don't want to kill my reputation because you'll never collect the money again. So, and we've been doing his league for, I don't know, maybe over 15 years. So, well, no, probably like 12 or 13. But I've been collecting the money the whole time because I make sure I deliver on the goods. Like, I've never been like, hey, man, y'all got to work with me. I don't have it. No. I'll go.
I'll give you half.
I'll go back next 2 weeks with fucking $100 in my pocket before I don't pay that shit out and ask for, you know, a date. Like, you know, I spend it. I gotta live with the consequences behind it.
Yeah. And luckily, this December there are 3 checks, at least for me. So that's helpful.
Well, for me, I got 2 checks in December, but at the same time, my first check in January gives me enough time to pay my rent and not get a late fee. So it kind of lays down. So I'm basically taking what I got in December, paying it out, and then my first check in January, boom, get the rent and everything out of the way, and just struggle from there. You know, I'll probably next check after that, I'll probably, you know, I won't get right until that second check in January. But that first check in January, it's gonna be a challenge.
And that's that recoup thing that I despise. That because the noble thing to say is, oh, it was worth it. It's not. It really isn't, because you fuck with your mental health, you fuck with your emotional health. Like, it just, like, oh, you know, they got this, that, and the other, and it's like, by the time that you're finally back to being financially okay, they done forgot about the damn thing that you got anyway.
That you got in the first place, and you pulled up hella sacrifice to get it.
Mm-hmm. So, I think my hoodie says it best, where it says "fuck them kids." So
yeah, yep, and that's a Christmas themed hoodie.
Sure
with the
is.
Grinch on it. Yep.
All right. So my last hate.
Hey.
I'm gonna go with, and I didn't think I was actually gonna touch New Year's Day, but apparently I am. The idiocy behind New Year's resolutions. Fucking stop. All right. Here's my issue. You do not need to have set date or a line in the sand to make a change in your life. You don't. Oh, well,
But it
it's
goes along
January.
the lines of a reset button. So I mean, like we told you, it's only a flip of the calendar. It's only one day
Mhm.
difference, but the mentality is, I'm starting over, and I'm gonna set all these things in motions, and I'm gonna do all this stuff that I didn't have fucking time to do before this date, but for some reason I'm this is it. You know, I mean, it's like what?
Yeah. And it's why all these things always fail. It's you get all full of excitement and euphoria and these grandiose ideas, and it's like you don't have to follow through. You're doing this because the reset button, not
Yeah,
because you want
if
to
I
do
said
it.
I'm gonna lose 100 pounds, why can't I start on losing 100 pounds right now?
Yeah.
And then flip over into the year and see where I'm at or something like that. No, I'm gonna keep eating bad like I've been doing. And after the first, somehow I'm gonna have the discipline to change all of my behaviors. Like it doesn't work like that. You can't even an animal can't even stop their behaviors or habits that quickly. You think your ass can as a human? No.
So it's just the thought of it, and then the stupid people that like, oh, what were your resolutions? To murder more. Like, shut the fuck up. My resolution is to not talk to you, and I'd like to start that right now. We could do that.
He said I could start that right now.
Because it's I don't know why or when it started, but I would love to see if you could have like some kind of stat graph, whatever, for all the people that have ever done a resolution. The
All the
success
failed
rate,
ones.
right? The success
Like-
rate, and like I guarantee you, it's below 1%.
I want to say
Easily.
below 10%. I mean,
No, I'm saying
Wow.
below. I'm saying below.
Oh, you're saying
1%.
below 1%? Damn! You ain't giving America an even 1%
Well,
credit.
you think of all the people that do it, right?
Mhm.
Let's say you got 1,000 people in your company, and one person does it. One person
that means-
succeeds.
So only 10 people out of 1,000 actually do it. Because that's 1% of 1,000.
Yeah.
What about the one guy? Remember you had him on the podcast, and he had some interesting things of, what did he say he did? Where he kept writing stuff down or something like that.
Yeah.
If we can succeed and do, unless you have a game plan like that guy with that detail.
But that wasn't like a resolution.
It wasn't a resolution, but it was sort of in the same vein, same concept. He didn't choose January 1st to do it. It's just that he said enough is enough, and in order to track his results and his progress, what did he said? He said a new goal like every 30 days or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
He
made something attainable instead of something. He made something attainable that he wanted to do. That in real time, it wasn't like, oh well, I gotta be a sheeple and do kind of what everyone else does on the first. I'm gonna get in shape. No, your fat ass ain't. You're not gonna get in shape. You know what you're gonna do is you're gonna realize, yeah, it's fucking icy out. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing it. All right, I'll just work out at home. Then you come home and take a nap. It's like, listen, we'll call today my off day. Okay, I'll go tomorrow.
That is the exact mindset. Like, okay, I'm walking out of this building. I mean, you got your gym right in the building where you were. I'll do it at home. And then when you get home, you're like, let's wait till tomorrow. That's exactly how it goes, man. And that's not even just working. I've done that shit with work because I got all the tools and everything to work at home. It's been times I left the office and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the crib and I'm going to finish this little project up. And then I get to the crib and either I'm jumping on with your silly ass or I'm just not ready to do the shit. I'm like, man, fuck that. I just worked 10 hours. I'm not doing no more. And I say, I'll get it tomorrow. And I just fucking blow it off. Like, I mean, It's just human habits, man.
Because once again, it's something that you're not really wanting to do. Your heart isn't behind it. That's why
Your
resolutions.
mind is like trying to fool yourself that you can't do it.
That's why the resolutions fail. Like, when you end up why we keep doing this podcast? Because our hearts are in it. It's not like this wasn't like a fleeting idea. Like, we talked about this for a few years, like off and on. It wasn't like a steady talk, but it seemed to always kind of come up, when we would just have a random ass conversation and one of us would be like, why aren't we just fucking doing like recording or some shit? Like, I don't know, man. What is that called? But if this was just an idea, and you said it many times and I can't remember your exact verbiage, but it's something like, what is it? An idea is an idea without act. Oh, what was it? What did you fucking say?
No, I said an idea, or no, what did I say? Is a thought is a thought if you don't do nothing about it, but or something like an idea is a motion or some shit. I can't even remember, yo. Damn.
It was something super, like, it wasn't even articulate. Well, no, it actually was kind of articulate, actually. Like, it's like a, I can't think. I can't think of the word.
I think it was like a thought is a thought if you don't do anything about it and just talk about it. But once you put it in motion, it becomes an idea or some crazy shit.
No, that sounds that sounds about right. That, I mean, the premise is there, and that's
like, it becomes action if you do something about it. Like, me and you could sit, just the resolution thing. We could sit here and be like, "Hey man, by the end of the summer, motherfucker, we gonna be ripped." And then me and you never meet up with each other to go to the gym. So all we did was just talk about it. It was a thought, and we didn't talk about it. I mean, all we did was talk about it. We didn't put no action behind it. But if I say, "Hey man, we're gonna be ripped by the end of the summer," and then I say, "Now meet me down at the fucking Planet Fitness in fucking Beachview," and you meet me down there, then it becomes an act in motion. It becomes an idea that becomes, something more after that. You have to put action behind that thought.
I wonder if people, and this is just a silly idea, I wonder if people made like July 8th resolutions. Like, you think about it, right? It's
like
March
13th revolutions and shit.
It's a random day. There's no real reset to it. Doesn't mean anything. I wonder if people's success rate would be any better.
I guarantee you, if somehow the powers that be that make holidays in this country, if America somehow recognized it as National fucking Second Resolution Day, like suppose everybody knew about the New Year's resolution, but then somehow they made another one in, let's say, half year resolution, and they created a date, motherfuckers would set them again based off the holiday. And act like they're gonna do it again. So not only once did you lie yourself for the fucking year, you lied to yourself 2 fucking times just to make your silly ass feel even more stupid.
At least they're consistent.
You have to have a date that shows on the calendar for you to make a change. That's just crazy.
So if no one takes anything away from this podcast today, just take this. If you want to do something, if you want to make a change, you want to just alter your life, you want to do something different, whatever, just go and do it now. You don't need.
I want to make a change. I want to make some money. So y'all sign up for the Patriots. That's the action y'all have to take to show your support.
Give me an amen.
He said, "Can I get an amen?"
God, so I really, that may be like a bonus episode I just upload this week because I need to do that. It's so bad.
Evangelist Jermaine and Rich. Oh my God.
So cringy.
Man. Funny. Here we go.
Yeah.
1 hour, 25 minutes. One draft, and
I didn't think we were gonna be going off on tangents.
No other subjects. Oh man, we do it every fucking time.
What we do. Well, I mean, I think once again it helped that we didn't record for 2 weeks. So, you know, and it's good to be able to talk to you other than about football. It's like, oh yeah, there is other stuff out there, huh?
Yeah, true. But yeah, man, that's why when we started these started these podcasts to begin with. It was just like we keep having these conversations, and somebody needs to put this on. It's almost like film, you know. It's almost like
Right.
like
That's
in
exactly what you
football,
said.
like it's
I
like
looked at
can
you and was like, what?
in football, can you imagine like us playing pickup games and we keep playing pickup games and we mesh so well? And it's like, hey, you might be the quarterback, I might be the receiver or the running back. And it's like, hey man, we keep playing so well. We need to put this, somebody need to film this shit. You know what I mean? So we go.
I would say it's definitely the highlight of the year. I mean, this was probably the best decision I've made in quite a few years.
Same here. Even though it came together under, unfavorable circumstances and,
Hey,
I can't even put into words the amount of, help and support you've done for me. And, I'm in such a greater place right now. I'm saying I'm not where I want to be, by any stretch of the imagination, but from April to now, man, some great strides. I appreciate it.
oh yeah,
Appreciate your help, man. I really do. Love you for that.
And look, I love you too, man. I mean, mostly because you're big penis, but
Oh man, I knew you was gonna somehow make it weird or awkward at some point.
Come on,
it's what you do.
Yeah, it's like one of my 3 skill sets. It's fine. I do wonder though, and just kind of devil's advocate, if this would have gotten off the ground as quick as it did if those circumstances didn't arise.
I doubt it. I would have had more excuses to push in front of you of why I could not do it. Because life happens. And, when you are trying to juggle an occupation, a family life, and something like this at the same time, which you do perfectly, but it's difficult. Definitely. And on top of that, put in travel time and, different sides of town. And I don't think we would have ever got the first show off the road. I ain't gonna say never, but it would have took longer for the first show. It would have took longer for the second show, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and then just the passion it would have dissipated. Like the fact that
oh man, I got other stuff to do. I gotta, not having.
Yeah, because if you would have pulled that shit in that circumstance, I would have looked at you like, motherfucker, like what?
It would be like, hey man, it's called the porch. Oh shit!
That's silly.
Yeah, things happen for a reason, man. Yeah. They do. I'm a firm believer in the whole.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, things happen for a reason. They show that they happen for a reason. I mean, I don't know about every minute detail, but the big stuff, they happen for a reason.
Those little minute things lead up into the big stuff. That's kind of how I believe it. I'm a big believer in fate and karma and things are meant to be the way they are because they are meant to be the way they are. A wise man told me God will never give you more than you can handle, and I believe that.
True.
You do have a big part of your life to run. Like you make the decisions, but I don't think you ever get put in a situation that you can't handle.
That's unbearable. Yeah. I mean,
unless you completely are just like an absolute terror to yourself, and it's like, okay, well, you're getting what you earn. But yeah.
Yeah, like you said, won't give you as much as you. I mean, won't give you too much to handle. That's unbearable, as well as he might not give you everything that you want or asking for, but he gives you what you need. Yeah. Absolutely essential shit. You know what I mean?
You earn what you want.
Yeah,
you earn what you want.
I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like you pray for this, like one of the sayings was he might not come when you call, but he's always on time. So that's the same concept where it's like, okay, just when you think that you're completely down and out, and there's, like you said, unbearable, and you can't, then something happens that restores the faith. So, I don't want to get too religious, but
Yeah.
that's all the experiences
I was
I've
gonna
been
say,
seeing in my life in my 45.
It's
So-
our podcast. We do whatever the fuck we want. So.
True. Oh yeah, we did attack religion. Well, not all. We didn't attack it fully, but we did. We attacked different aspects of it. I forgot.
I mean,
Still touching those alphabet people. Do not.
Yeah, because you know what? Because the guy I talked to today, and I was saying this off camera here. Did an interview with the guy. Real interesting fella. Been in jail. A bunch of different stuff about him is interesting, but kind of like a philosophical mind too, which is not really what you would think. It's kind of a yin and yang type of deal, but he basically was just kind of saying, hey, look, it's hard to talk and judge people when you haven't like lived their life or haven't been in their shoes. So that's why we don't touch the alphabet community, because dude, I don't know enough. I don't care to know enough, not because I don't think of them in any type of way. I just
I'm not well versed enough to pass judgment. So
like I don't care. Like, do what you want to do. You're not fucking me. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
You don't bother me.
And I'm pretty sure that, you're dealing with your own personal demons, and who am I to ridicule you even further? So
society does that enough to make life more difficult on you than it needs to be. So who are these two, straight males to speak on alphabet life?
Yeah. True. Very true.
It's just like, hey, more power to you, man. I don't care. I love who you want to love.
Well, I don't have to answer for you at the pearly gates if you believe in the pearly gates, or you know what I'm saying. So, why should I have an opinion, or why should I, like I said, pass judgment? I mean, you're not doing it for me.
That's always
when I get to when I get in front of my maker and I have to, answer or respond to the consequences of what I've done in my life, you're not going to be there. So why should I act like I'm gonna be there for you? We're all individuals.
It's such a strange thing to me. People are so passionate either for or against them. I mean, and we're not going to delve into it. It's such a weird.
This one's over. Let's get on out of here before we say something or something.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, real quick little side note for the X's and O's people that do listen to football. We are changing the format again. The format's going to be the same, except we've noticed viewership is not really great on the Sunday morning that it gets uploaded for the whole Saturday preview. So we decided what we're going to do from this point on. We will record again on Saturday because we didn't record on Wednesday because I'm a piece of shit. Tuesday because I'm a piece of shit. From that point on, we will record on Tuesdays. It'll be the wrap-up show of the week prior and the preview of the Thursday night matchup, plus the, Sunday things, what have you, and the waivers and all that. So that show will probably be a little bit longer than it usually is because we're stuffing more content into it. But I think kind of with our new format, it kind of shortens it down a lot. So for those that care, there's your little info there.
I was getting ready to say some stupid shit.
Well, share with the class, sir.
I was about to be like, yeah, we could still do the football on Saturday, but you upload it on Tuesday. I'm like, the week is over after that, you fucking clown. I'm like, oh no, gotta get it out before. Okay. All right.
All right. And this show is
you're gonna be listening to who to start week 13 on week 14.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's my co-host. Merry Christmas.
You show them. All right, let's end this. Hate, 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 hate.
And this show is brought to you by Pork and Beans.